So I have finally caught up with the rest of the internet and got myself one of these little Chinese diesel heaters. This isn't going to be a how to install it, because as you can see I've already installed it. It's just what I've done and a couple of little tweaks that I may have made to the system but other people haven't. First thing we've got is 12 volt DC power supply up there, fed off the mains. Apparently it's 10 amp according to the paperwork. As usual with these Chinese units, nothing's covered, you know, so it's designed to go in an enclosure, which I haven't got, but only me really uses this place anyway. What that is feeding, follow the cables up, I've got one of these little 12 volt socket outlet things, so I've got USBs there, 12 volt accessory and the switch to power up the heater. What I've also done as well, I've got an emergency battery supply on there. Biggest issue with these heater units, if you turn the power off while they're running, everything stops and they can overheat and they can catch fire. So what you need is a backup power supply. If the mains does fail or the PSU goes tits up or anything like that, at least you can shut it down safely. Or if that detects low voltage, it should shut itself down anyway. I believe it's about the 11.5 volts area, but we'll see how we get on with that. Basically all I do, I can power it up, PSU powers up there. You can hear it running away nice and easy. I've got a switch there for the battery supply with a little LED on it. I should have put the LED on the other side, you can actually see it. And everything is powered up now, and as you can see, 12.5 volts. Air intake is just hanging down at the bottom at the minute, just out of the way, and as you see the exhaust, I've put some lagging on and I've gone through the wall. So if we go outside, we've got one of those little hull plates for it to go through. I want to get a grill for that. The reason I went with a bit of lagging is just if you do happen to touch it, a dog comes in to decide to sniff it or something like that, we're going to get skin on there. Right, the instructions for these things are pretty basic and they're roughly translated from Chinese into Chinglish. So I will try and work my way through it, and we will first of all prime the pump. So typical Chinglish fashion. Under the shutdown state, press the down regulation button and on off button simultaneously to conduct the fuel filling manually, which displays some weird little symbol I can't even see. It looks like an HOF. After releasing, press up regulation button, it displays H on. The oil pump starts to work. You can hear the sound of the pump working. The oil pump icon lights press it. Press down regulation button to display off to exit fuel filling. The oil pump icon disappears. The process of line air evacuation should be done under watch. When the oil reaches a position of the oil in the machine, it can be stopped. If there's too much oil into the machine, there will be black smoke when igniting. Okay then.
One eternity later.
Oh, finally sussed it out. That's pumping, so I'm guessing that's priming it. And it's doing something anyway. So it's timed on this. Okay then, don't know, because that wasn't the combination of buttons that I pressed anyway. Sod it, let's just go for it. There's the fan running.
1 minute later.
whilst that thing's warming up, I've also got a carbon monoxide detector in here, because the last thing I want to be doing is working away with that heater on and fall over and die. I must have done something right, because we're starting to get some heat coming out. I've got the hosey things to go on as well, but I'm going to sort those out at a later date when I get them pointing in the right direction where I want it to go.
15 minutes later.
So it's been running for about 15 minutes, everything's nice and hot, it's cooking off nicely. The reason why I put it on, I can do that. I won't grab hold of it because it'll hurt, but yeah, just glancing it won't burn. Everything seems to be settled down, it's working nicely, so let's try the remote to turn it off. There we go. This is why you have a battery on it, because the fan will run down now. If you just turn the power off, that wouldn't happen. It cools the system down. Right, it's just cooling down, and the fan's started to get really quick. So this is part of the shutdown cycle. It's cooling everything down, because that is still red as. Imagine you've just turned the power off. All that heat has got to go somewhere. 5 litre fuel tank on top of it, it won't end very well. So that's the unit shut itself down. Still a bit of heat coming out of there, which is to be expected. The fan you can hear is the power supply. What we'll do is we will turn off the emergency battery, because I actually moved the thing around so I can see the LED. Turn that off. Everything's shut down and silent. Things left to do, I want to put this conduit stuff on just to get it blowing in the right direction. I need to make a grill, or get a grill for the outside, just to stop the dog from licking the outlet, because he's daft enough to do that. Give me a few beers and pay me a few quid, I'll probably do it as well, you know. We're all that desperate. But overall, yeah, I'm happy with the installation. It's nice and toasty, so hopefully I can get some spraying done this winter. Hope you found this useful on my way of doing things. Remember, this isn't a how-to, so if you copy me and burn your garage down, it's not my fault. Thanks for watching.